What's up, everybody? So, I'm going to be taking you through this new tool called Oboe. And essentially, it looks like an AI powered app that can help build courses for you instantly based on whatever it is you're wanting to learn. I think this is super cool. This is exactly what the world needs more of because the way that we learn is different. And I think now that we can get courses, education, essentially customized to us in the moment, it's going to be a big deal. So, this is what it looks like. It looks like a very familiar AI chat interface. And I had essentially asked about the numerological significance of bees and octopuses, specifically the 6 and 8, because when it comes to bees, they have hexagons. Six is a really common number used in relation to bees. And then with the octopus, of course, 8 tentacles. And I'm just curious, are there any connections? If so, from what across what fields can we explore? And this is what it came up with. Okay. So it looks like key takeaways podcast episode. Wow. A deep dive and lecture recording. Holy cow. Study, FAQs, flashcards, word quest. Um, wow. Quiz. Holy cow. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's see what it says. Key takeaways. Number 6 is a symbol of harmony and nurturing. The number 6 represents beauty, harmony, and unconditional love, embodying maternal instincts like nurturing and care. Hexagonal geometry of the number 6. Great. So you see how it's looking at the number 6 from different lenses. I think it's going to be super interesting to see, or super useful in the future, because one, AI is probabilistic. Two, we have different ways of learning. Three, learning does not just come from one field. Yes, you can become a specialist, but it still helps to diversify your knowledge sources because the strength of your answers or outputs are going to come from that diversified experience, right? They look at mathematics, the mathematical perfection of 6. Number 8 is a symbol. Okay, and then so it's doing 6 and 8 for both. Okay, let's look at the podcast episode. Okay, so this looks like a an integration of Notebook LM. So if you haven't heard of Notebook LM, it is a product from Google and essentially can take any sort of knowledge source and create podcast episodes out of it. And it looks like it is creating a podcast episode out of this, which is wild, which is super cool. Again, this is taking into account your different modes of learning. Okay, deep dive. Hmm. Okay. And I really like the interface. I love the topography. I love the off-white color. Okay, very nice. And then a lecture recording. Wow. Okay, you may not hear this, but it is playing a lecture note in the background. This is insane. Okay, frequently asked questions. Cool. Flashcards. Saturn is a planet associated with the number 8. Mm. Symbolizing discipline, responsibility, and structure in numerology. Oh, I thought it was 6, but okay, it's 8. Hexagon. Hexagon is a six-sided polygon. Yes. Okay, okay. This is super cool. Wow, they got games here. Okay, so I think you get the idea, right? This is a highly advanced, customized course application, which I can see being really useful for people who might have memberships or are content creators, and essentially they want to create courses for people based on exactly what how they want things. But you take maybe your knowledge, you might have to pay for access to that, and then put it into a course just for you. There's so many applications here. So there it is. This is Oboe. I will share a link to it in the description or in the comments. And if you have any questions, as always, just put them in the comments below.